In this video, I'm going to show you how to set up your new iPhone 16 or 16 Plus from beginning to end the right way. The first thing you need to do is to swipe up from the bottom to begin the setup process. As you can see, we can choose the language on the phone. I'm going to choose English, and we can choose our country. In this case, I have to swipe all the way to the bottom because I'm from Spain. Then it's going to let you choose the appearance from the default one, which is the one on most iPhones, to medium, which is going to make everything a little bigger, to large, which is going to make everything even bigger. In this case, I'm going to choose default. Let's tap on continue. Here you have the option to quick start your iPhone using an old device. So if you bring up your old iPhone close to your new device, you will actually be able to transfer all of your data in a very easy way by just connecting both using a QR code. I think it's going to show up right now. If you want to set it up like this, you just have to connect this circle right here with the circle QR code on the new device. And automatically, just like that, all the data on the old device is going to start transferring into the new device. But in this case, I want to show you how to set it up manually, step by step, so you can get it ready the right way, so to say. So let's tap here on setup without another device. Here you can select your keyboards. Because we chose English as the language, as you can see, English UK is the keyboard that shows up at the top. But if you want to add or change the main keyboard, you can always come to add new keyboard, select another one. In this case, I'm going to choose English US. You always have to tap here at the top on QWERTY and then tap on done. If you want to use that new language, English US, as your main keyboard language, you have to tap and hold on the three bars right here and then swipe it up all the way to the top. It is that easy to change your default keyboard on the iPhone. Once that's done, let's tap on continue. Here we can choose if we want to use the keyboards we've selected earlier for dictation. In this case, it is a great option to have. So let's tap on continue. Then we have to choose our Wi-Fi network. So let's tap here, introduce our password, and then tap on join. Once that's done, you will be greeted with this little banner letting you know that Apple and the iPhone value your data and your privacy. So none of your information will be shared with other companies or even within Apple. Your privacy will be protected and it's an Apple priority. So let's tap on continue. Next up, you have a very interesting option. You can set up your iPhone for yourself or for a child in your family. In that case, you can set up parental controls to better monitor what's being done on the device. So if you tap right here, you can actually link up your Apple account to this iPhone's Apple account, so you can then monitor what's being done here, and you can set up also some restrictions. But in this case, I'm going to set it up for myself. So let's tap here. Then you have the option to set up Face ID, which is Apple's unlocking mechanism. As you probably know, the traditional method is using a little password, but that can also be very slow. So Apple offers Face ID, which recognizes your face for a slightly faster way to set up your device. As you can see, you can set it up later in the settings if that's what you want. But in this case, for the demo, I'm going to set it up right here in the video. It is a very fast process. Let's tap here on Get Started. As you can see, it's going to open up a window so I can place my face there. And then I just have to do a circle around the display with my face. And in a couple seconds, FaceTime will be set up on the iPhone. As you can see, it is also giving me the option to use Face ID with a mask. This, of course, will require some further scanning, but because I don't want to use Face ID with a mask, I'm going to tap here on Don't Use Face ID with a Mask. So it's done. Let's tap on Continue. And of course, we have to create an iPhone passcode. This Face ID method is very safe, very secure. It has never failed on me. But because Apple really values safety and security, they make you create an iPhone passcode just in case anything happens. Maybe Face ID eventually stops working, so you can use this passcode to unlock your device. In this case, you have the option to create a 6-digit numeric code, or if you tap here on passcode options, you can also create a 4-digit numeric code, a custom numeric code with as many numbers as you want, or a custom alphanumeric code with as many numbers, letters, or signs as you want. This is the most complex and therefore safe option to unlock your device. But in my opinion, the best middle ground is the 6-digit number code you get by default. It is going to ask you to type it in twice for safety. And once it's done, the iPhone is going to process that passcode, link it to your Face ID, and move on to transfer your apps and data. This is a very important part of the setup. As I said earlier, you can link up all of your data from your old iPhone just by connecting both using that little QR code you saw earlier. But there's actually other methods to link data from other devices to your new iPhone. If you have an iCloud backup of your old device, you can bring it up from here. Then if you have another iPhone you want to link up with the method I showed you earlier, you can tap here and it's going to send you back to that quick setup menu. You can also store backups from iPhones in your Mac or PC, and you can bring them from here. Of course, you will have to connect your iPhone to a PC, and you can even transfer data from an Android phone. Now, something you need to know is that if you want to transfer data from Android, you will only be able to transfer photos, music, and apps. Now, in this case, I don't want to transfer any data. I want to start fresh with this new iPhone. So I'm going to tap here on Don't Transfer Anything. And this will greet me with the Apple account menu. This is very important. If you don't set up your Apple account on your new iPhone, you won't be able to download apps. You won't be able to upload or download images or videos from iCloud. You won't be able to get your iMessage account so you can get all your messages. It is a very important part of the process to set up your Apple account. In this case, if you don't have an Apple account, don't worry. You can tap right here on Forgot Password or Don't Have an Account, and then click on Create a Free Apple Account. This is a very simple process, much like creating a Gmail account or a Facebook account. It will ask for your name, your birthday, your email, your phone number, and then some additional data. And in a matter of 5 to 10 minutes at most, you will have a fully operational Apple account. If you do have an Apple account, then you just have to type in your email or phone associated to that account, and Apple will automatically start connecting your Apple account. Well, not automatically. As you can see, it's asking for a verification code. If you have other Apple devices, for security measures, Apple is actually going to send a code to one of your old Apple devices that you then have to paste into your new device as a security measure. But anyways, once that's done, Apple will automatically start connecting your Apple ID or Apple account to your iPhone. Of course, you also have to agree with terms and conditions. This is actually independent of whether you log into your Apple account or not. And of course, you can't really disagree with the terms and conditions because this is going to send you back in the setup process. So the only way to move forward and set up your iPhone is to tap here on Agree. Then it's going to take a couple seconds to connect your Apple account and log into your accounts, and all the data you would have on your Apple ID just it's going to paste it into your new iPhone for an easier setup process, so to say. Once that's done, it is going to let you know what things have been transferred from your Apple account into the new device. So in this case, no apps or data, a couple settings, and 3 wallet cards from Apple Pay. That's in my case. Of course, it is going to depend on the person and what things you have on your Apple account. Let's tap on Continue. Next up, you can set up your mobile service, which is heavily going to depend on your country. Some people from the US, for example, don't have a physical SIM card tray. They can only use eSIM cards for their devices. In that case, I heavily recommend you contact your carrier and ask for like a step-by-step guide on how to set up your mobile service. But if you live anywhere else and you do have a SIM card tray, you just have to take it out, introduce your SIM card, introduce the 4-digit passcode, and automatically your mobile service will be operational on your phone. And if you don't want to use a cellular plan on your iPhone, you can tap here at the bottom where it says Set up later in the settings. Next up, you have the option to share your iPhone analytics with Apple. You can choose to share or not share, and it's not going to make any difference in your iPhone experience. In my case, I am going to share. Here you have a banner letting you know that you have a silent mode option on your control center, which is going to silence your phone so it doesn't make any noises in case you don't want it to make any noises. And then we can start customizing the buttons on the exterior of the iPhone. The first one is this one right here, the action button above the volume controls, which can do a range of different things. It can turn silent mode automatically when we tap and hold, but it can also turn on a focus mode, open up the camera, turn on the torch, start recording a voice memo, and a bunch of other things. In this case, my favorite is the torch, so I'm going to tap here on continue. And then it greets us with the second button control, which is the camera control, a button that's right here on the right side of the device. Let's tap on continue. As you can see, it's going to show a little tutorial video on how it works. There's not a lot of customization we can do here, so it only lets you tap on continue. And well, that's it. It says welcome to iPhone, and if you swipe up, you now have a fully operational iPhone 16. There's not much more to say here. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you enjoy your new iPhone 16.